Hey guys, welcome to another Just Kidding Parties episode about some food adventures. Today we are in my stopping grounds, Monterey Park. Yes, me and Bart actually grew up here in the 626 and we always ate at Hong Kong cafes.
And Hong Kong cafes is a very special type of restaurant because if I give you a very accurate history, in about 1794, the British went to Hong Kong and then they were like, yo, you guys so swagged out, how can we copy your shit? And they moved in. The Hong Kong people were like, okay, Guaylo, whatever you want, man. They come in and then they have this fusion food that developed in Hong Kong. So if you look on the menu in this motherfucker, there's all kinds of weird shit. They have this pork chop that has spaghetti sauce on it, and it's called baked pork chop, and it's a fusion from back in the 1783. So
how did it jump from 17?
You gotta look up.
And then fucking Ip Man came down, and
you gotta go to JK News. You gotta go on JK News for the real
facts.
But it's fusion, and then when all the Hong Kongese people came here, they brought the Hong Kong cafe, so they got all kinds of shit on the menu. They got Chinese, and they got fusion, and they even got regular Western, like steak with black pepper sauce type of stuff.
They even got instant ramen.
Oh yeah.
What kind of restaurant sells instant ramen?
And they got cowboy boot cups.
Yup. Cowboy. Check this out, man. These two drinks right here, milk tea and lemon iced tea. They are some, bam. Looks like Santa's foot right here. These are some traditional Hong Kong stuff.
This is called the baked pork chop. Oh, I just fucked it up. Anyway, so it looks like a Chinese pizza on rice, and what it is rice on the bottom, usually fried rice. Oh yeah, it is fried rice. It's like little pieces of egg, so they fried it with the egg. So it's stir-fried fried rice with pork chop right here, drizzled with tomato sauce, with some carrots and some green beans or celery, and then topped with cheese and then baked. So the rice is fried rice. The pork chop is actually previously fried in a wok with like a batter, like egg white batter and like oil, and then they're placed on top of the rice. And then you put the sauce on top, which is also previously cooked. Then you put some cheese on top. Then you bake it for a little bit more just to melt everything together. And it's probably by far my favorite dish of any cuisine. Like my favorite food, literally. This is it right here. And it goes well with milk tea, Hong Kong milk tea, not Taiwanese milk tea, not Japanese, not Thai, not anything, but Hong Kong milk tea. This is the quintessential. I mean, you can switch this out for beef chow fun. You can switch this out for lemon iced tea. So this is Lai Ta, which is milk tea, and Ling Ta is lemon iced tea. And those are interchangeable, but pretty quintessential though.
Usually for a Hong Kong type cafe, they have like over 200 things on the menu.
At the minimum.
At the minimum. And I don't know what the reason is for that, but I have a pretty good theory. And it's because Asians love business and they don't like to say no to anything. And you could even make up shit on the menu and they'll be like, I don't know what that is, but I make it.
So if it's your first time coming to a Hong Kong cafe, you are coming into a different world. Don't expect like BJ's or like Sizzler's type service because they usually bounce past the food to you.
Yeah.
Or like they just bring all the food to one side of the table. They expect you to pass it out. So it's very similar to kindergarten where they pass out the scissors.
So you know, like typically when you go to like an American restaurant, everybody usually gets their own dish. The dope thing about like Asian food, especially family style, you get to have a little bit of everything and you get to share with your friends. It's like a big communal thing, which is what I personally like about going to Asian restaurants. And you know, like Chinese cafes too. Like I never grew up with a lot of cafes, but coming here I realized that there's a lot of like stupid variety. Like Chinese cafes specifically, they'll have like this stuff, which is this tofu, and then after that they'll have like a club sandwich and some french fries, which makes no fucking sense at all. And then they'll ask you if you want a milkshake with that. So, but yeah, I like it. Variety's great. You see that? He over that loud ass fucking voice.
what I got is one of my favorites at Hong Kong cafes. It's basically egg gravy, just eggs stir-fried with beef, some scallions, and mixed in with raw egg on top, I guess as a thickening agent. And it creates this lovely, lovely mixture of just gooey goodness. Chinese soul food right here.
What's it called in Cantonese?
Cantonese is called Wat Dan Ngao Yo Fan. So if you guys ever want to just order and don't know any Cantonese, just say that and they'll know what to get you. What the ling cha. Wat Dan Ngao Yo Fan. Ga ling cha. That's it. That's all you gotta say.
So I got beef chow fun.
Spoon right there.
This is one of the staples of Hong Kong cafe type food. It's just a thick rice noodle, and they stir fry it in some sort of like soy sauce, oyster sauce, and they got chopped up beef, bean sprouts. They mix it together, and it's pretty bomb. It looks, a lot of them stir fry like chow fun or the rice. It looks like barf, but it's really good. And you can only get this stuff here because they use a wok that's like made out of iron, and it's super hot. And there's this Cantonese term for it called Bing Gao Dao Wing. And the Bing Gao Dao Wing is like the heat transfers into the food. It's almost like smoking or barbecue. What is the actual term called?
Well, hey.
Bing Gao Dao Wing has it in the food, so.
There's not even a
Walk air.
Wok air.
Walk air.
And the proper way is to draw a circle.
I've never seen that shit before.
I like how you mix all of your food. Only around the dish.
So I got grilled chicken steak with corn and green beans, and these green beans are kind of like a specialty to like Chinese restaurants because like they like fry it with like garlic and a lot of oil, and sometimes like they even put like even chili peppers in there too. And so usually with this type of style of dish, they come with like a sauce for the meat. So I got a mushroom sauce, and they have a choice of either you want like spaghetti or rice, and like I personally like spaghetti or like pasta, so I have my nice meal here. Dude, look how big this freaking chicken steak is. And this whole thing is only $8.50. $8.50.
So although the food is very similar to a Chinese restaurant, what's different, and the slight difference, is in the European influence, like both from Portugal and from England. You'll find beef chow fun at a Chinese restaurant, but actually I don't know what the difference between beef chow fun at a Chinese restaurant and here is. But
Casey?
Casey might know.
Casey, what's the difference between a Chinese restaurant and a Hong Kong cafe? Even though they serve Chinese food.
So Chinese food here is just like any other Chinese food you would find at like a Chinese like seafood place, like the stir fry and like the family style dishes. But then the dishes that actually differ are like dishes like that and dishes like this. The single like non-family style plates, that's a very Western way of serving food, and so these dishes are only found in Hong Kong cafes. So if you go to like mainland China, they don't know anything about this stuff. I mean, they might just based on hearing about it, but they can't serve it though. They don't make it. So I guess that's the main difference, is that like, half the menu split between traditional Chinese food, and the other half is like these modified fusion European, like Western style dishes. Yeah.
Menu size, dude.
Yeah, and it's like an IHOP times 2.
Like, let me get number 478, please. I do have 400 dishes.
It's cheap, they give you a shit ton of food, and even if they're mean, who cares? They don't really mean to be. They're just busy as fuck.
I got the tower under control. I got this shit, motherfucker. No! Victoria! Victoria!
You know what? That's completely warranted.
That is completely
warranted. If you are willing to chop somebody's dick off, you better be willing to lose your brain.
It is life-threatening.
Yeah, that's like you're trying to kill him.
There's a naked guy beating the shit out of a lady.
Dude, she's on the floor. She's being like dragged in the middle of the car.
That